So, Deadpool and Wolverine, it's crossed like 460 odd $1 million worldwide, or 500 million now, currently from today, anyway, I think. This is from Mondays. This is a Monday record of 24 million. So basically, it is doing really well at the box office. So that's good, obviously. It's good for people that enjoyed it. It's good for Marvel. It's good for theaters. I don't particularly care about Disney and Marvel. Screw them. Good for the theaters, because in the UK alone, I think there's about 20 theater chains that are going to be closing down. And that's directly as a result of very, very bad movies that have been coming out, and an industry not being able to sustain itself, economically speaking, in terms of the distribution channels, because they are producing crap. So I'm very happy that I'm more happy for theaters, basically, is the point I'm trying to say. But this is good. There's some reports which you just shared, Tom, saying that this is going to cross 1 billion by next week. Where are they getting that from?
They're probably just extrapolating estimates at this point, because they're going day by day, and then they go by an estimate of how it will extend into the weekend. Because the initial numbers coming out were it was going to hit 700 at least by this week, and now they're saying it's probably going to hit 1 billion. So.
See, I don't know whether I believe that, and the reason why I don't know if I believe that,
because you don't want to pay me the bet.
No, it's got nothing. I'm happy to. No, it's got a crossover.
I'll take that in singles, so I can go like this.
It's got a crossover $1.5 billion, my dude. But it's because of this. So, this is the original.
It's got to be the biggest movie of the year. So, if something beats it by the end of the year, I'm screwed. So, yeah.
But the reason why I'm like, well, slow your roll a little bit on the billion by next week. It might do, obviously, genuinely. But if you take a look at this, so February 15th, Monday, President's Day, for the original Deadpool, 19.7 million. That was back in 2016, which actually would have beaten Deadpool and Wolverine in terms of adjusted for inflation. And then it did tank. It went down like every single normal kind of Marvel movie would normally do. I don't understand what they're thinking that this one will do differently. I'm confused.
I keep telling you, Wolverine. You keep underestimating Wolverine.
No, because Logan only did $600 odd million.
Logan wasn't Wolverine. You got to get that out of your head. See, Logan was a little thing over here with this thing over here, okay? That was not Wolverine, as in, let's fucking go, Wolverine. That's the difference. This movie finally gave the comic book fans the Wolverine they've been wanting for 30 plus years.
No, that's fine. But I'm saying, how are they estimating it? I understand what you're saying, but
just normal extrapolation by how they track these things, I guess. Culture, this is your domain. Why are you letting me languish here?
Languish? You were doing just fine.
God damn. Do we have it? Where's the updated numbers?
I'm sounding like Kamala Harris here. Come on.
Word salad.
Updated numbers. Pay attention. Culture. Do we have the updated numbers day by day? Is there a website for that?
Let me grab it.
Good. Thank you. Because I'm just. I mean, if it is cool, if that is the case, great. I guess. Great. Again, good for theaters. It's all about the theaters.
Very good. Very good for theaters. They need it. Yeah.
But yeah, 1 billion in 2 weeks. Would that be a record of all time?
No. For an R-rated movie, probably.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing. We got to remember, this is on a curve, and this is another thing, Mr. H, because I don't disagree with you. This was one of your main points about it being R-rated and stuff like that. This movie isn't R-rated in most countries, though. It's basically the equivalent of a PG-13. No, it's because this one doesn't have the nudity and stuff like the first two did.
What's a PG-13 then? Sorry, because here it's a 15.
That's basically the same as a PG-13 here.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more harsher, but you guys have 2 ratings that surround the PG-13.
Yeah, we got 12.
Where we just have a PG-13. Yeah, you have 12 and you have 15. See, so you guys will allow certain things a little bit beyond a PG-13 that don't quite consider it like a mature or an R rating, whatever it is you have there. To where us in the US, they're pretty hard line with the F word, right? Like like the old joke goes, you can say fuck
Yeah.
you, buddy, and still get a PG-13. But if you say, I want to fuck you, buddy, then you're going to get an R.
Oh,
Well, I'm just telling you, it's the honest truth.
I know, but you don't need to say it on the podcast.
Sorry, guys.
Demonetized.
I got a couple of F words in there. We're talking about Deadpool.
I don't care. Anyway, right. Do we have the day by day on this? Because this is it. This is interesting. I think.
Yeah, but we're sitting at almost $500 million already. I guess is the point.
Yeah. Said that
So,
already. I'm more interested in the day by day.
Here's the day by day. Here he is. Daily box office performance.
So is
Preview.
is this domestic, is it?
Yeah.
This is domestic, right?
Yep, through Monday.
Is it? Because for
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No, this is worldwide.
Monday.
This is not domestic. This is worldwide.
This is domestic.
Then it overperformed on Monday. Oh no, sorry, my brain's going all bit skew. If you're right, 24. Yeah, you are right. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So 4,200 theaters. My God, they really pulled the boat out for the.
It's still not.
Didn't they?
It's still not as wide as it could have been. This year we've had one wide screening that was over 4,400 screens.
Jesus!
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, there's still some screens that are for
Inside
Twisters,
Out 2, Twisters,
Inside Out 2,
and
Minions.
Minions. Yeah.
Like when I went to see it on
Minions
Thursday, pretty much everything was shut down except for Minions and Twisters. I think each had one theater each.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
The rest were all Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, 24 million on a Monday sets a record. I mean, in and of itself.
Just an average went Monday, yeah.
No, not an average Monday. No, Barbie did more than this for a Monday
on an R movie.
Yeah, for an R movie.
That's what I remember. You got to remember it's an R-rated.
You said for an average movie or an average Monday.
You did.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, that's my fault.
Not the case at all.
You're right. I'm misspoke.
Yeah, it's important. And actually, so just to throw it out there, Spider-Man 2 in 2004 did 27.6 on a Monday. That was 2004 money, so significantly more. Barbie 26.1. The Dark Knight in 2008 did 24.4 as well, which I guess kind of comparable, maybe not really R-rated, but still maybe comparable. But undeniably, this has done incredibly well.
Spider-Man 2 also came out on 4th of July weekend, basically. So keep
you're right. Actually, yeah, no, you're completely right.
So
that would have affected it as well.
Yeah, that would have affected that. But either way, no, you're not wrong. Like that's another thing too. Is like inflation wise, the thing is with this isn't doing any better or worse than probably your best or worst Marvel films in the last few years, other than like shit like the Marvels and stuff like that, where it's really bad. Like
why? Sorry.
But yeah, no, my whole point is the difference is that, like I said, the big difference is that it is R-rated. Right, like that's where I think it's playing like a PG-13 film, even though it's R-rated.
Well, but then this is why I'm surprised everyone thinks that it is going to continue and do another $500 million.
That's exactly why I think it will, because I think most parents aren't looking at this as an R-rated film. So you got to remember, most kids have already seen the first two Deadpool movies.
What I mean is why would it not just fall like a normal? Like, surely you'd think most people would have gone out to watch it by now.
Because this has the Spider.
It has been fully booked.
I get what you're saying now. Yeah, this has the Spider-Man No Way Home effect. See, there was a lot of because there was a good group of the nerds. Because we all did polls over the last few weeks, and every poll I've seen was a pretty solid 60-40 split. And I think a lot of people were waiting to see how we reacted to the film. And since it's got mostly positive reviews, that's why I think it's going to have a solid week going into the weekend. And it will. And not only that, there's a lot of people who say they want to go see it again and again and again.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And so I think that's also going to be a factor in here, because that's really what gets these movies over $1 billion, right? Cultures when people go back again and again and again.
That's the only way that it will go over. I mean, this was always going to hit $1 billion. I said it was going to hit $1 billion. I'm surprised it's going to hit $1 billion as quickly as it did, though, or will do, if that is the case. I will say this, interestingly enough, pretty huge promo partner campaign, $135 million. Not only that, that's not his marketing budget.
No,
still got a marketing budget on top of that as well.
And what you should point out by this partner program, if we're already considering it, is that all of them are tied to Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, because it's his. It's actually his company that
Yep.
that worked with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
which yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're completely right. I do wonder. Break even point. Do like we don't actually have any.
That also includes stuff like
estimate.
this, guys. Don't forget,
Yeah, that thing.
like these
What is
kind
that?
of things.
The
It's like-
DiGiorno.
Just a tie-in.
It's a
like
pizza.
this is where basically DiGiorno pays them money to be able to, and this goes for anybody. And this is part of the stuff where if you see these kind of things, that does factor into the advertising against what they spend.
Not with this one though, because the difference is it was Ryan Reynolds' company that was involved in this one. So actually, the majority of it will be going to his company.
It's attributed to the promo campaign.
What?
No, you were correct. I was explaining it to Tom that it's attributed to the promo campaign.
Yeah. Right. So, do we have any estimates on the break-even point on this? Because I mean, some people are reporting $200 million budget. I don't buy that.
I would think it's probably more in the 250 range.
It's less than Marvel's. It's less than the Marvel's, which was 325.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
They didn't do any reshoots and stuff either. That's the other thing you got to keep in mind.
But
they didn't do a bunch of reshoots,
but they had to sit on it because it was mid-strike. The strike hit this dead in the middle, and so it had some expenses beyond the norm. And Ryan Reynolds wrote checks out of his own pocket for this film to the people that were working on it because he didn't want.
He's probably going to make bank off this.
He's going to do pretty well.
Oh yeah. I do wonder actually how much money will be going to Disney as opposed to Ryan Reynolds and especially Hugh Jackman as well, because we've got another. We're going to be talking about Marvel paying another actor some money in a minute. But I do wonder the amount of money that they had to pay Hugh Jackman to return, because I would imagine it would have been quite a lot of money. Actually,
I'm thinking in the $10 million range, probably.
Oh, they wrote
much more than 10.
Could be plus a back end.
Wait,
deal.
you want to know? Okay, yeah.
How much is it? Tell me.
It's over $20 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And your source on this though?
Okay, I tell you what, Tom, trust me, bro.
That's not a source.
Oh, don't be a dig.
No, it was one of those stupid little. It wasn't Screen Rant, but it was one of the.
Then just say that.
Tools. I know. It was one of those.
Yeah,
things.
I don't know if I believe that necessarily because I think RDJ is only getting what. Well, we're going to talk about that. So.
Yeah, I will tell you.
Say that only like it's a little small. No, yeah, he's getting a lot, but yeah, I don't.
Just important to note. Monk Vodka in the chat said it's 270 million. And UK government refund. It wasn't filmed in the UK. It wasn't filmed in the UK, so they're not getting any refunds from the UK government with this film. Yay. It's not the same. This was filmed primarily in Canada.
Blame Canada.
And yeah, that's where it was. It was filmed. The majority of it, if not all of it, in Vancouver, Canada. So whatever tax rebates they have, you have to figure that out. But it's got nothing to do with the UK. This one, amazingly. So there you go. I mean, look, hey, good. We'll obviously report on it next week.
Yep.
See how the box office does. It'll be interesting. Me and Tom obviously have a friendly bet that Tom believes this will be the biggest movie of the year. I don't think that'll be the case, but it'll be interesting to see. It's just a friendly bet, guys. Don't worry.
It'll be a lot easier for you to win than me. Let's put it that way.
You're pretty adamant about it, Tom.
I am, but like here's what I said. We got to wait till the end of the year to see if I win.
Yeah,
if something beats this between now and then, I automatically lose. So,
well, Inside Out 2 has crossed $1.5 billion, so that's it has to cross $1.5 billion.
I think it has a good chance.
Market already. Hey,
I think this movie has a decent chance.
I don't.
The thing is, and the reason I say that, Nate, is because one thing that these type of movies have that kids movies don't have is you're not going to have parents drag their kids back to the theater again to go see a kids movie. A lot of guys are going to drag their buddies to this.
You say that, but true, yes. However, there is actually a kid version of that, whereas kids group together and they have play dates and they're all going to certain and
you're not wrong, but that's usually the first viewing and only viewing. That's my point. Because then parents will generally wait till video.
Yeah, the parents might, but then other kids will be taking other parents will be taking other people's kids round in sort of groups and stuff like that. It's what happens during the holiday, especially in the UK. It happens in the UK anyway. And kids want to watch movies multiple times as well. Like they love watching movies multiple times.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
but parents also
their
know that
attention
most of these
spans are
movies
crap.
come out in 30 days now, so they're not
Yep.
going to waste the
True.
money.
Well, same could be said for this, but yeah, we'll see. We will
Again,
see.
like I
We
said,
will
this
see.
has the nerd factor. Never underestimate the nerd factor. Just like No Way Home, I
Very
think
true.
blew everybody's expectations. I mean, we all knew it was going to do $1 billion, but I don't think anybody knew No Way Home was going to do what it did. And I think this has that kind of potential. Not that much potential, but that kind of potential. Because it has no competition until Alien, like we've said. So it has between now and the middle of August for people to just keep going back and seeing over and over and over and over and over again. I've tried to go back and see it again this weekend, and I couldn't get into a decent screening because I saw it in 3D the first time. I wanted to go see it
That's
on
opening weekend, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
always gonna be busy.
So yeah, so like I may be able to get lucky this next weekend, but at this point, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do? Fantastic, cool. Let's move on a little bit now.